Hello there, in this video I'm going to check out the Aurora design system, a file that I've created previously. So I'm going to take a look at the structure, take a look around the file at what we currently have and how we can use it in this project. So let's go. Are we going to do this or are we going to do this? Let's go with this. Alright, welcome back to Figma. So in this video we're going to take a look at the design system I've created called Aurora. So before I start generating UIs with Claude, we need to establish some design foundations, and that's where Aurora is going to come in. So it wasn't originally built for app design, but I think that's fine. We can evolve it as we build our app. So in short, this design system is going to provide a consistent foundation for everything we build on our app. Okay, so let's take a quick tour and see what we've got so far. So on our color page, we've got our primary, secondary, neutral, and feedback colors. So that's going to be really helpful. Moving to typography, we've got a typography scale here that we can use for the app. And this should scale fine, but if we need anything additional, we can always adjust that later. Moving on to icons. So as before, we're using icon slots to control the sizes, and we have icons below that we're adding from a consistent icon library. Okay, what I'll do quickly as well, let me just zoom out and go back to the welcome page. Let's open up the variables panel. Okay, so in our collections we have our base unit values here. We then go into our base colors that match what we have in our color system. Just scrolling down, they're all in here. So under typography we have font family, font weight, font sizes and line height. And moving through some of the collections, we've got color semantic that is giving meaning to how we use some of the colors. We've got color icons, we've got elevation, color data, radius, and also spacing. And these are the core variables that we're going to use for now. And again, everything evolves and changes, so we can always add to the system as we go. On the spacing side, we're using the 4-pixel grid approach. So this is going to ensure the layout stays consistent, especially when the AI starts generating layouts. It's got something to work with as well. Okay, let's have a quick look at the components page. So we've got things like inputs, selects, buttons, fully documented with multiple states. And there's examples below of how those states are being used. Okay, and just to summarize how the design system is built on the atomic design principles. So we're using tokens that bubble up to atoms that then go to molecules. From there it goes to organisms, templates, and pages. So I'll just cover each one. So tokens are raw values, color primitives, spacing units, and type scales stored as Figma variables before semantic meaning is applied. Okay, atoms, single-purpose elements that can't be simplified further, color swatches, textiles, icon sizes, and border radii, each map to a token. Okay, molecules, 2 or more atoms combined into a reusable pattern. Aurora's feedback banner is a prime example of icon, textile, and surface color working as one. Okay, going to organisms, complex, self-contained UI sections, navigation bars, form groups, notification stacks. This repeats consistently across product surfaces. Templates, page-level templates that arrange organisms into structure without real content. Wireframe fidelity patterns defining how screens are composed. And pages, the final output, templates filled with live Aurora tokens and real content, where the system proves its value and consistent, scalable UI at every breakpoint. So this is what we're aiming for, something built around the atomic design framework that will scale really, really well. So just to caveat, this is a long-term goal. Whilst the design system doesn't have everything ready to go right now, it will eventually get there. Okay, so as we're at the beginning of making the design system more AI friendly, something I want to add to some of the components as we go are annotations. Now, annotations are going to give the AI more context, more constraints, more guidance on how to use the component when we design with AI. So this is really important when using AI. So without any structure, AI starts guessing, and what it produces might not be what you're wanting. But with structure, AI should follow some rules. Okay, so let's do an example together. Let's go in and let's go to the components section here, and let's go to our button. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to switch to dev mode, which is down here. We're then going to select, where are we? Annotations, which is this one here, which is Y on the keyboard. I'm going to click on annotations. I'm going to click onto the button component and then click. So it's added this call out here, which is an annotation. You can give it a category if you want to, or you can edit the categories and add custom ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in an initial annotation structure that I'm experimenting with. So as we build out the Nova app further, we'll likely refine it, but this should be good as a starting point. Alright, so we've got the annotation selected here on the button component. I'm going to press Command V. Okay, so if I click off for a moment, we can have a look what we have. So I'm just going to read through what we've got as an annotation for our button component. So purpose, used for triggering user actions throughout the interface. Usage, use primary for the most important action on a screen. Secondary and tertiary support lower priority actions. Destructive should only be used for irreversible actions. Variants, primary, secondary, tertiary and destructive. States, default hover, active, focus, disabled. Sizes, medium and small. And constraints, limit to one primary button per view where possible, use destructive only for delete, remove or irreversible actions, and prefer existing variants before creating new styles. So even if you weren't using AI, this documentation helps your designers and developers understand the component, understand any constraints, but as AI is going to be scanning this file, the tokens and various elements in the file, this is going to really help give it that extra bit of context when working and designing with us. So how I would see this is the better your documentation is, the better the context is, the better and more consistent the output is. So for now that could be the annotation template that we use. We can adjust it as we go, nothing is fixed, everything is going to evolve as we build. So now that we have our foundations in place, we'll start to use Claude to generate components and build our app further. And that's what we'll start to explore in the next video.
Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for getting to the end. So like, subscribe, all the things, and I will see you in the next video. All right, well done for getting to the end of the video. I noticed during my recording, professional as always, there is a half-eaten bag of salted popcorn in the background, so keeping it classy, people. Other than that background Easter egg that you might have seen, yeah, I don't know what else is happening today. Let's have a think, what's happening? Well, I'll get my weekly rant out of the way. Every 5 minutes, it's raining. Every 5 minutes, there are pigeons dancing on the roof. And every 5 minutes, the UK is hot, then it's cold, then it's hot, then it's cold. Make your mind up. Sound like an old man sitting on his porch, moaning about the world. Something to look forward to. So because it's cold, yes, I'm getting a coffee. Feel free to get one as well, because if it's cold where you are, you need a hot drink. Yeah, beyond that, I keep changing my mind every 5 minutes on what my website looks like, so I apologize. I feel like I have some kind of split personality because one week it's this website, the next week it's another website. So yeah, sorry, it is getting worked on, it does change, so bear with me. But check it out, designwithmitch.com. Who knows, maybe it's in pink letters right now, but it's getting more consistent as we go forward. So yeah, that's going to be the home of content and different things that I'm going to create. So bear with me, it's just one of those things. So yes, end of the video, end of the day. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.